Okay, so I just do the trade reviews, swing trading, and then trade reviews, like the good ones and the bad ones, like for this week. Okay, so like when I enter swings, right, I think only like two criterias. Yeah, I think more or less two criterias. Alright, so normally I always look at the daily chart. I think NVDA was one of the best ones that I had in a long time, be it swing trading. Although, sometimes you see me taking like an overnight swing for SPY, but yeah, that one will be the other part I'm talking about. But let's say if I'm taking like a swing for equities, right? So I'll just look at the daily normally, right? So we all remember the first one I had that this broke out, right? And then the one I netted quite a good trade. But then NVIDIA was one that I was looking another time for another opportunity, right? So number one, the daily chart is the only one more or less I'm looking at. I don't really look at hourly anymore. Okay, daily is the one that I'm looking at if I want to. If it's a very confident swing trade, right? So do these ones at least I expect like 200% at least on the contracts. Yeah. Okay. So first one, like NVIDIA over here, right? Y'all remember the one that I had that I actually swung when we broke out this trend, right? So that was a very good one. I think like 300% or something. It went even higher. I think it went 10x or 15x. But obviously I didn't hold through all that, right? I normally swing trade for 1 day. I don't hold for like 5 days. Of course, if I held for 5 days, then those would have been a crazy gain, right? But another one that I was looking at actively was this, but I went on vacation, right? Well, you see how clean the breakout was for this. So it's not very hard for anybody to look at this, right? When you want to, so you see the daily chart is setting up, right? Let's say it's over here, it peaked up a bit, right? So it's trying to break out already, right? So if let's say you're doing today is a Thursday or Friday, right? Obviously you're not gonna take that week's contract. What you want to do is taking the following week's contract or even 2 weeks out. But for me, I just want to have a quick gain, right? Not say quick, but I want the contracts to move faster. So I'll normally take the following the next week's contract, especially on a Friday. Yeah. So for example, when we were here, although I didn't take this, but when we were at here, this was probably on a Friday, right? 29. Yeah, correct. 29. Yeah, so NVDA over here, I was looking to swing, but you all know that Monday to Wednesday I went on vacation, so obviously I didn't want to actively trade. Okay, so but this one I would have taken over here, right? I would have taken a 190 call. Okay, 190 was the one that I was targeting. So why I want to take 190? Okay, hold on, let me change. Okay. Okay, so why would I take the 190? Okay, oh shit, yeah, this is hard to see. 12 August, damn it. Okay, but maybe let's see what kind of contracts I will take. Come on, what the hell is going on? Okay, so very simple. You see what I have, right? So volume, open interest, delta. I think these three things are the ones that I just look at. Then obviously y'all know 190, 195, 200. No, these are the ones that have higher volume. Okay, so these are the ones that you want to be hitting, right? Instead of hitting those weird ones, 197. Okay, so you. Oh wait, I'm showing my chart. Okay, wait, hold on. Actually, I should just show my screen. Let me just show my whole screen. Okay, but don't worry, I recorded this. Okay. Sorry. So again, I'm saying, right, we are at 189. But obviously I'm going to be taking 190. No, I wouldn't take 190 because you want to get out of money, right? So 195, 200. Okay, because these are the ones that obviously has higher volume. But for me, I would probably take 200. Okay. Why? Because highest volume, a lot of volume traded, and then the contracts are not very expensive. Okay. The idea of swing trading. Sorry. Not. Am I showing? I'm showing the TOS contracts now, right? I think I'm showing my screen now. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm not showing my screen. Yeah, just go to here. Okay, so yeah, I'm obviously going to take the cheaper one because you want to get the cheap contracts and then they go in the money, right? There's a chance this might break out, continue even more, right? So these are the criteria I'll take. Maybe let's find one. I can't remember, was it? Okay, never mind. This is the only one that I could recall that was one of my better swings this the couple of weeks. Okay, so the daily one, if you want to take next week, you're confident, then take next week one. Take maybe something that's high volume. Okay, I don't really look at delta anymore. I just look for the cheaper ones, affordable, right? This one affordable. I want it to be in the money, right? So that it becomes even more expensive, and then the delta come into play. Yeah. But other than that, okay, so this is one. Okay, yeah, I'll just do it here. Okay, so this is one way I look at, especially on the daily. Like I said, I don't really care about the hourly anymore. Okay, so another one that I wanted to touch base on was, for example, those I take overnights, correct? Like I take overnight, you see, like most of the time you see me taking like a SPY overnight trade, be it the put or call or whatever, right? So those are the one obviously I'm not 100% confident. Okay, there's still like a little bit doubt, you never know what happens in the overnight session, right? So these ones normally it's just based on the intraday chart. Yeah, intraday. So for example, if we are just hitting like if we're just hitting supply, right? Did I take any overnight? Yeah, I mean not this week I didn't, right? I don't think I did. I did take one overnight, but that was because I was back holding. But I did like this one, right? I think I got squeezed a little bit, but I eventually sold at the open immediately. Okay. Let me see. Did I take any overnights? All right. Maybe there's nothing. There's no good example for this week, and there's nothing that I can remember from past weeks. Oh wait, I did take. Okay, I remember I took a Microsoft overnight, the 280s, right? Last Thursday, and then I took it. I sold. Yeah, I took it. Something like that. Yeah. Then I sold on the next day. Was it on Friday? It was, right? So I took it on Thursday. I sold on Friday. Yeah. So this one, okay. The thought process behind this Microsoft trade, I think it went just 100%, but eventually it went 500-600%. Like from my entry was 30 cents. Yeah, I sold half at 80 cents and then sold the rest at 30 cents. But the thought process was, I saw quite a lot of relative strengths on Microsoft, and then we did know that on ER, right, dump and then push up. So Microsoft was a good contender, right? Especially I know the personality of Microsoft, right? Don't judge by its ER. It might be a shitty ER, right? But the guidance, what they say in the conference call is very important. And then the following day, right? If it just rips up, right? The following day you continue. The next days, right? The next 2-3 days, right? You'll continue to run, right? So we saw this on this run, and then on this day was the reason why I saw so much strength, right? 274, 275. I was buying something crazy out of the money, with 1 day to expiration. And of course, I didn't put crazy size, right? Because I wouldn't put like $1,000, $2,000 into this trade, right? But I was at least middle range confident that this could have continue to run on the following day. Okay, so even then on the day itself when I got the contracts, it was running very well. Okay, one of the main reasons, although we can't see from this chart, but okay, maybe we can try. Okay, was that it was riding the moving average. Okay, so you all know maybe I just been playing a little bit more, using the moving average a little bit more, right, to show trend. So this was riding the moving average very well, right, especially the 20. The line, to be honest, I don't really care. Not say I don't care, but unless you see those days where the stock really just respects the 9, okay, then yeah. But what I look out for most is the 20, right, the 20 EMA. So this was the one that I pay attention to a lot. So it was riding all the way, and then I know there's relative strength based on ER, right? So this is just really personality of the stock. Like the more you play the market, right, the more you learn about all this tech. So you know, simple. That's what everybody says, and I know there's range to this. I could easily hit 280s. Okay, so how do I know if I could break out even higher? Okay, although we had resistance here, which obviously I sold some to protect myself. Okay, but I know from the chart wise, right, once we broke out certain levels, right? Okay, so once we broke out this level over here, right, and then this is where I took profit, right? So I knew that we could at least tap this over here, this resistance over here. Okay, so when charting my support or resistance, right, normally I look at the hourly, daily, yeah, for sure, but hourly, and then that's where most of my resistance come from. Okay, 4 hour and 1 hour, nothing else really. I don't really care about the rest. And then you all know we have been playing a lot with utilizing the volume profile, right? So VP has been very good to us. So this has been used to identify, you know, hidden support resistance. So even here it became resistance somewhat. Okay, so resistance was here. Once this broke, okay, next thing was this, obviously, and this is quite close to 280. So even Friday, if we open around here, the contracts would move at least 100%, correct? So yeah, so looking at this, I think this is more like a breakout setup. But am I buying the breakout? Obviously I'm not buying the breakout, right? I bought before the breakout. I'm anticipating the breakout. Okay, that's different, totally different thing. Yeah, so that's what I did for this Microsoft one that I can recall. Okay, and then for ES, for example, most of my ES overnights, especially like my calls or my swings, I look at the day itself, right? Were we above like certain key levels? Correct. Were we above certain key levels? And we could have been, right? So even on this, like this over here, I would have taken a long. Or I can't remember. Probably did, right? So broke out. I think I did. The breakout of the key level over here, or even the 441. No, the 441 I didn't, sorry. Okay. This itself, I did take calls over here, right? When it broke out the key level, I held calls overnight, and then I sold the next day. I obviously sell the next day. Okay, so of course my expiry is probably the closest. Right. So this again is just, you're looking at the chart, you see a breakout level. You see a strong resistance, you see a breakout level. Once it breaks, okay, maybe you consolidate a bit or whatever, but the thing is, you're anticipating the breakout, and then you're going to sell to these breakout traders. Okay, so I know I see a resistance over here. Okay, I see a resistance over here, like maybe even here. I see it, but I've already bought a very low risk area. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is anticipate the breakout. Those breakout buyers are just all buying, right? And then they're going to push my contracts even higher, right? But the main thing is still buying at somewhere low, right? Somewhere that I'm thinking this might rip up higher, right? So again, you have to see, okay, so once we broke this, what was the next resistance? Okay, then I go to my hourly again. Okay, I deleted the level, but yeah. Once this was broken, then what was the next one? Okay, perhaps I think there might be some hidden supply here that I deleted. Okay, I'm for sure there's some resistant supply that I removed, right? Because it really breached. But again, once this broke, what was next? It could have been this, and then this major one, and then we have obviously around here. Okay, and also based on where my supply is, right? So perhaps I had a supply over here. This is where I'm targeting next. Okay, so looking at that, and then I see the strength on the day itself, and then I decide if I want to take overnight. But the thing is, for me, right, when I'm taking something overnight, I'm not taking everything full. Okay, I'm not taking full because I still have to protect myself. You never know what happens. You know, maybe China wants to fight a war or whatsoever, right? So you never know what this kind of thing happens. So I'm always taking some profits, scaling half or 1/4 out. So not half, 1/3 or 1/4 out to protect myself. So in case even it dumps the next day, right, it didn't go where I want it to, right? At least I already secured some profits, or I minimize my loss instead of a full loss. Okay, so that's very important for you to know. Okay, if the contract is moving again in your favor, trim some off. Right, if there's relative strength, right, in the whole day is a freaking trend day, right, or maybe it was a strong reversal trade. You know, we got in a very low. Okay, let's go back to the 4073 key level. Okay, right, so strong. Right, very strong whole day trend day, right? So what I normally do is selling in the end of the day. You know, if it's a very strong trend day, there might be a spike. Okay, there's only two freaking things. Either it's a crazy dump, like a dump, or a crazy spike, even into after hours, like a squeeze. Okay, so what I'm doing normally is selling in after hours. Okay, I'm selling in after hours. Okay, so that's to take advantage of the squeeze, right, that happens within like 4 p.m. all the way to 4:15. Okay, there's always like a mini squeeze or something like that, depends. Okay, but most of the time you all play long enough, you all know. Okay, and then this is what I'm talking about. So right, push up trend, crazy trend day, and then the last few minutes dump. Okay, so this is just the two type of games that you normally see. Do I know if this is going to dump? Probably, right, because I had a level over here also. So you gotta see where is there resistance here, right? If there's no resistance, then hold, right, there might be a end of day pump, right? Obviously if there's a resistance there, then come on, please scale some out, right? There might be a dump, you know. Okay, so this is how I normally tackle overnight. And then for like SPY, depends on which day, right? So if I'm just normally playing the 1 day expiry, right? So if I'm doing Monday, for example, I see a Monday a good setup, I'm longing Wednesday's one, right? Same thing for Wednesdays or even Thursdays. Okay, Wednesdays, then I'm buying Friday's contract. Okay, I'm just buying that week's, the closest day's expiration contracts. Okay, so this is just play by ear, but my idea to bring across is look at your resistance, right? If you're already broken out, okay, then let the breakout buyers, let the breakout traders continue to buy for you. Okay, right, don't need to hold on to your contracts. Okay, if you see that the next resistance is fucking far, then on the hourly or even the day hourly, just take it as hourly, or you go your next supply quite 30-40 points away. Okay, then perhaps you can hold on a little bit longer on a swing. And if it was a very strong trend day, right, then maybe you should have held, you should hold some positions, right, and then ride it out to the next day. Because if the previous day was a very strong day, right, or we rally off strong, like a crazy, not crazy, but off a good, it was a very good reversal, right? Like even this, right, we tap here, correct? We push up, we retested VPOC, right? We're trying to fill in all these low volume nodes, okay, but in that context, let's say we had a support here, you know, we held the support very well, right? And then we pushed up. I'm very confident in holding. So it depends on the context, but normally reversal trades are the crazy ones, right? And then you can hold on longer because you know these are going to squeeze a lot of fuckers out, and they're going to continue squeezing. You know, end of the day, some people like to go and take a shot again, right? They think, oh my god, like it rarely so much higher. But they fail to realize that, oh, actually a lot of people are stuck here, you know. Okay, off all this. Okay, so these are the few ones that I could remember, right, that happened recently within this past 2 weeks. Right, this week I can't really remember because I didn't really take much swing trades. Okay, so this is how you should tackle swing trades. And then obviously again, if you just go one strike out, like the next expiry, if you want, just do this week's two expiries out. Okay, if you want to protect yourself, but obviously you know it's going to be more expensive. Okay, but again, what I look out for more or less is just the premium price and also the volume, or you know, maybe a bit of open interest. Okay, I'm taking within the range of $1 all the way to $2. Okay, so I want to see if is it a realistic place that SPY can reach to or not. Okay, so even like for here, for example, on this day, I wanted to take a swing, right? I'm not going to take 418, right? Probably going to take this 414, 415. 415 will be the maximum that I would be taking, because realistically, this is probably where, you know, okay, this is a resistance, right? Maybe even here. Correct. So my ideal target is here. So this is where you want to sell. The idea is to make your contracts get in the money, right? Okay, obviously I'm going to scale. For example, I'm taking here, then I'm going to scale some here, and then scale here. And then leave the runners for whatever shit that we have above. That obviously y'all know I don't chart my SPY, but you get what I mean, right? Okay, so this is how you should tackle swings. Oh, that's how I tackle swings. But the profitable ones, at least the more insane ones, would be when there's like a really strong trend, right, off of like reversal, okay, and then I got in maybe on a good pullback. I ride the reversal, and then I ride the squeeze up, and then I hold some for the next day for that few hundred, maybe additional percentage. But I'm normally always selling at the open, right? Most of the time I sell immediately at the open. Yeah. Then, yeah, like I said, daily time frame. This is what I really look at when I want to swing trade and equity. Okay. Yeah, especially for equities. Then maybe I will go and take a peek at the flow. You know, but flow again is subjective. It's not the best indicator. It's just a good gauge for you. Adds a confluence. Okay, which is what I did for NVDA. I went to check out the flow, and the flow was pretty bullish, and that's why I took the trade overnight also. Okay. Alright. Okay, come. Maybe let's move on next. What time is it? 30 minutes already. Okay. Okay. Now we go to trade reviews. The best ones, then we go to the shitty ones. The shitty ones was, I can't remember, the SQ one. Yeah, that one I lost, although I lost like $200, but it wasn't, you know, minus 50%, right? Yeah, something like that. I lost a few $100, but minus 40 or 50%. I can't remember. You know, but it wasn't something I'll be proud of, right? Okay, so again, NVDA. Very simple trade. Why I took the short off supply. In the context of ES. Okay, we go NVDA first. Okay, supply is over here. Okay, how did I get my supply? It was a long time ago. Don't ask. Maybe I can show why I did have that supply. Yeah, probably from here, right? This 1 hour or whatever, 90 minutes or 1 hour. Okay, but we see a 1 hour here, right? Dump, retest. Okay, this was a freaking good supply. Okay, so we know how to look at supplies now, and then we know there's a resistance here. Okay, right, simple. Now we go to intraday. Okay, we rejected off here. Okay, we sell off. This is Thursday. Rejected, came up, sell off a little bit. Okay, of course it did eventually squeeze, right? But on the next day, right, we dumped again. Okay, and then we come up again. Okay, we dump, of course, you all know, because of the news, right? Okay, so we dump, we pushed up. Okay, but NVIDIA wasn't showing much strength as compared to your indices, right? Okay, was showing strength, but wasn't the best. Okay, so and then again we got an established pre-market high over here. Okay, anything above pre-market high obviously is bullish, but pre-market high is here, it's really quite far. Okay, so I'm comfortable with taking some 0 days expiration contracts, right? And then I shorted this. So I took it. I mentioned that take a look out for supply. Okay, because overnight we dumped, right? So we pushed up whoever that bought, right, will probably want to sell. Okay, and they did, right? Past supply plus today's supply. The prior day supply from here. From this push up, drop down. So obviously they're gonna sell. Okay, and then I know again there's a resistance here, right? Right. So there's resistance over here. Higher time frame, the previous hourly resistance, and we did reject off like this again, very nicely. Okay, so I took off the lower high, right? Pushed up, dump. Okay, then this start to intrigue me, right? I started to be interested. Okay, and then I took over here, the lower high. Okay, in fact, I took over here. Okay, it did dump a bit, spike up. Okay, and then it failed. Okay, on the context of ES, right? When we go to ES, okay, this was obviously a supply. Okay, I was thinking, why the hell were we squeezing up? Okay, but we did. I gotta respect the price action. Okay, we were squeezing up, but there was a supply here, right? So how do I establish my supply? Thing was very simple, 1 hour or something. 1 hour was 1 hour, I think. Yeah, hour 90 whatever, but I think I did it off the hourly supply. So kind of like we based here, right? And then we dump. Okay, so we're consolidating and waiting for the news, and then we dump, and then we come up with retest. Okay, that's where I shorted. Okay, so that's where it gave me some confluence. Okay, then we came up to supply. Okay, at this point you see this type of dump, right? You shouldn't. Okay, it's not that we cannot expect this to continue and go green. Okay, but what are the chances of such a crazy dump? All these people who bought over here even, wouldn't they want to sell? They would, right? Because they've been underwater for so much. Even the low of day, whoever bought here, they're underwater for like 30 points. But I fully expect people, mainly when you're looking at this, the VPOC, most of the volume is traded here, right? So they are down at least like 50 points, you know? So, even you see the BP, yeah, the BP gave a good, what they call this? Resistance, right? So the majority of the volume was traded here, and then the crazy insane dump. Obviously, they're going to try to cut for break even. Make sense? Okay? So, this was what gave me a little bit confident. At least this is why I took the contract. Okay, yeah, so the NVIDIA puts fucking insane. I think I haven't hit 400% in a long time. 400 plus? Good few thousand. Yeah, good gain. Okay, what was the other one that was pretty shitty? Okay, I just go for the best one, and I go for I go to the best one, and then let me see which one was the shit one. Okay, next one maybe I go to the meta one, and then I go for, right, so I took a meta trade when I first came back onto the desk. That was my first best trade. The trade I took, and then it was fucking insane. Okay, and then we go to the shit one. Okay, the square one, and then the spy puts. That one of the spy puts or whatever that I took. Okay, maybe just go to the square one later. Okay, let's see. Meta, right? Very simple trade. I came to the desk. Not gonna lie, I came to the desk, right? Immediately at the open, I was looking at Meta already. Okay? Because more or less we broke out of yesterday's high. But so I was kind of looking at Meta because somebody in the chat said Meta was showing crazy strength, you know, up like this. Okay, then I saw this previous high of day, right? Was this from one of our setups? Yeah, it was, right, from one of our playbook, or my playbook. Okay, came down, wick off the previous high of day. Okay, and then that's when I entered, and then I just ride all the way. Really just ride all the way up to whatever price targets that I had. Okay, I think like here I scaled some. After that I scaled eventually all because I was outside, right? Although I did wanted to hold all the way. Okay, my main target was obviously the POC over here. Okay, so again, like how we find all this, all the resistance, I don't think we have to go through again, but very simple. All this you can find from the volume profile from 30-minute, right? Find all these value areas. This may serve as hidden resistance. Okay, your VAL, right? Even whatever, right? Just plot your POC. Right? They might become hidden support or hidden resistance that you might not know. Yeah. Okay. So this one, it was just a low risk trade. I took off, wake off from here, and then rally, hit the targets, hit most of my targets. Right, broke out here, so I was more confident in holding. Scaled here, wish I scaled here, but I didn't. But still, it was 100% gain. Okay, this in fact, I think it went up to like 200% or something, or 300%. 300%. I recall it went 200%. $2-ish. Yeah. Okay. So maybe, yeah, so this is how my meta trade went, right, on the first day. Okay. Then the square one, fuck, for some reason, I guess I was bearish on square after the ER. Yeah. But let me just give the thought process on why I took the square one. It wasn't like for no reason or so. Okay, square one, I just take this as the algo wick. Okay, the program candle. Okay, so if y'all don't know the program candles, just take it as they might be magnets to these areas. Okay, just serve as magnets. Okay, so this was where I took over here. Okay, I took when I saw like it was pretty close to resistance, and then I just took the 85 put. It did went down though, but it did like went up to like my contracts went up to 80 cents or something, but I didn't sell cause I thought I could get more out of it. Yeah, but that proved to be another bad judgment from my end, right? Yeah, so this squeezed all the way up, and I think the contracts from 50 cents went to 7 cents. It did come down back again to 4 cents, but I can't remember where I actually sold. Yeah, but it wasn't very crazy loss because I didn't take too much size on this. Not too much dollar size. Yeah, I didn't take too much dollar size because again it's 0 days. Okay, so 0 days, please don't be taking like $1,000 positions. Just take like the 500, 600, 300. Okay, and then get those. Maybe 500 to 600. Okay, and then those become $1,000 worth. Then those are, that makes 0 days more exciting, right? Instead of taking 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Okay, but the thought process was this. I thought we could have sold to pre-market high, but obviously we didn't. We squeezed up. I just decided if I was going to hold, I was just going to hold to 0. Right, I didn't really have set much risk on this. I should have risked this, but now looking at this hindsight, I should have risked the high of day. Okay, so yeah, I don't think this. So this was a bad trade, terrible, fucking terrible trade. Okay, what's the other terrible trade that I took? 410 put. Okay, but on hindsight, the 410 put, right, I did make out alive. So I did back hold it. So it's not a good trade, it's not a bad trade. Dollar wise, I still earn. I earn substantial amount from it off the open. But I guess I was lucky, right? So the 110 put, let's just give some context. Can't remember where I took it, to be honest. Took on this day. But it went against me, but I fell asleep. Okay. But I got saved by this. I sold immediately at open because like I was already down, right? So what more can I expect? If I wanted to play again, I would have reshot. Plus it was a 0-day expiry. Okay, so I just sold whatever I had here, but this wasn't a good trade psychologically wise. But again, I can't remember where I took it, to be honest, or why I took it. I can't also. Okay, but not a good trade. But so whoever who followed, although I did make it out alive with a good gain, I think the contracts ran up 90% from my entry. But that's not how I should be trading, to be honest. Okay. Other than that, I don't recall. Yeah, so I didn't take too much trade this week. So that's all, I guess. Did I take a SPY one? I took 416C. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember why I took this also. Off the EMA, I guess. But anyways, we are traders, right? Most of the trades I barely can remember why I took it. Right? Intraday, I'm taking it because of certain reasons. This one. I remember I took this. Yeah, I didn't do the 0 days one. I just did like one strike out or something. I can't. Yeah, around something like that. Right? This was a Wednesday. Yeah. So on the Wednesday, I took the Fridays one. Okay. If I did the 0 days, I would have made a lot of money. Not a lot, but in terms of percentage gain, it would have been a lot more. Okay. So this one, I just thought that I entered around here, right? If you all can recall, I entered around here before the key level of 4141. I had a 4141, 4140. Okay, yeah, 4141, 4140. 4141, 4140 was my key level to break. Okay, right. So, looking at this, right? I mentioned in the chat, right? We rejected 4141 so many freaking times. 1 time, 2 time, how many more times? Okay, wait, over here, okay, maybe let's remember first. Let's take now first. I entered off 9 EMA, okay? Let's leave it as that. Okay, but let's go to a clean chart. Okay, sorry. Okay, then a higher time frame, or maybe no. Okay. Blah blah blah. 4141. Okay. Okay, 4141 was fuck. What's going on? Okay. 4141 was an important important area that I had. Oh, I remember already. Okay. Yes. Ah, shit, sorry. Okay. BPOC 4140 was a key level that I had, right? So it was a key level that I had. Oh, I did take a put off this also, by the way, right? When I was in vacay, right, I took a put off this, the 410 put. Okay, but anyways, 414, you all can see over here, right? The 30-minute profile POC was here. This is where we rejected. So I labeled this as a key POC, okay, because we respected this once. Okay, and then now when we go back to intraday, right? Okay, Wednesday, Tuesday, right? I played this on Tuesday. Okay, sorry. Okay, we go through the put. No, we go through the long one first, and then we go through the put one that I sold again for like crazy good gains also. Okay, or at least more than over 100%. I sold around here. Okay, from here to here, 40 points. Okay, so 4141 key. Let's label this as key level. Okay, key level. Okay, key POC level. Okay, although I remove it already. Fuck it. But yeah, I like mentioned earlier, I took a long off the 9. Right. But the reason why I took it also is because I was convinced, right, that this rejected once, or in fact previously long time back rejected once. Okay, but now on this week once, twice, right, twice, third time. Okay, what the hell? And then dips were always being bought, right? So we were just trading in this range, up down, up down. Okay, this was the key level, right? 81. Okay, when we're going to come up here, right, cannot be, what's the chance of it like rejecting the fourth time again? Like, it was fucking, I don't think so, man. Right, and the fact that they were buying dips, right? Sell off, they buy up. Sell off, they bought it up. Okay, so in terms of the larger time frame, when you're looking at the context, right, the chances of breaking this was really very high, right? So the more times you tap resistance, it doesn't mean that it's strong. It means that it's going to become weaker, right? So I took off the 9, and then eventually this was an anticipated move, right? So I anticipated the breakout of 41, okay, and we did, right? And then the previous high of day was 48. Okay, so okay, why did I have this? Okay, yeah, but previous was around 47. Okay, we broke that. Okay, then I was confident to ride all the way up to over here. Okay, then I sold around 4169. Okay, 4169, there was a POC or something. Okay, there was another level over there. I sold. We did sell off. Then I sold everything. Okay, I didn't want to take overnight because we came up with a strong resistance, right? Okay. Was it this? Probably one of these areas, one of these resistance that I charted out like this. I think this. Okay. So yeah. Okay, this, once I hit my target, I sold. Then everything sold off. I rejected. I sold immediately after I saw all this. Okay, so very good trade. Okay, then the 410 put that I took. Okay, yeah, that was just freaking easy. Okay, we established that 4141 was resistance. Okay, I took this in vacation because I had to take this. Not I had to, but I knew this was resistance, right? In the context, this only rejected twice, right? Twice. Okay, and then also probably such a steep sell-off. When we tap, this is probably supply. Okay, why I say this is supply? Look at this consolidation. Okay, this is just consolidate, boom, dump. Okay, and then dump all the way, and then get bought back up, come up to here. I know 41 is POC, right? Strong resistance, key level. This was probably supply, so the chances of us selling off is high probability. So I took a trade immediately after the rejection, and then we sold off. So obviously I know whole numbers. We know, right? 4100 is probably at some point would be defended, which it did. Right, so that's where I exited everything close to here. Okay, I sold some here, I sold half here or whatever, and then I sold almost everything over here. I didn't even leave any runners. Okay, because I expect that 4100, a psychological level, to be defended. Okay, of course, eventually we did sell off all the way. Okay, but was I happy with this? I was definitely happy with this. Okay, so yeah, this was a very good trade even during vacay. Okay, so now yeah, I don't have anything else anymore. I think I covered everything. Anything? Y'all can leave your questions. I covered the review and then the swing trades, right? So hello. How you choose the Can you talk about how you choose the tickers you play on the intraday basis, like right before market open? Okay, can. Okay. Just keep it simple. I only trade. Okay. I only trade this SPY, Nvidia, Amazon. Okay, Apple occasionally, and then Meta. So these are the four ones that I really basically trade every day. Okay, but why do I? So obviously there's a reason why I enter a trade, right? When looking at all these few tickers, right? I just keep it simple. I don't. Although I do look at some of these runners, movers, but to be honest, I don't really care. Y'all barely see me play any of this anyway. Okay, but this gives me a good direction also, right? These are the growth stocks, right? Those that have been hit very hard, minus 50% or whatever, right? So you see like a 10% move, you know, like at least today might be a good trend day. Okay, but anyways, why I come up with, how I come up with the level. Okay, let me phrase it again. Why I choose to play this sticker, right? Nvidia, Amazon, or Meta, right, for that day, okay, is based on like where it rejected or bounced off from. Okay, does it make sense? Right? So I will be charting, right? I'll be charting based on the profile. First thing is profile, right? Wherever my value is, my POC is, okay, I'll be charting, right? If I see a rejection, I see a bounce, okay, then I go long or I go short based on this, based on my levels. Okay, there's nothing really nothing really much I think about or looked at. What the fuck is this? Okay, so apart from that, for comes to SPY, right? Okay, and then of course my pre-market, high pre-market. So I just do everything based on my playbook. Okay, then it comes to SPY. Okay, I'm just basically trading off my levels also on ES, right? So that's why I enter, right? I don't randomly enter something. I enter something because it bounced off something. Does it make sense? Right? I entered here, I believe, because it bounced off a demand zone. Right? I didn't sell this for some fucking reason. I didn't, but I entered it because it bounced off my level. So I'm playing level to level. Okay, I'm playing by my levels. Okay, so this how I come up with the tickers that I alert and play every single day. Yeah, so like keep it simple, right? We know this Nvidia, Amazon, okay, even Apple. Okay, but Apple's just for cheap. Okay. I don't really think y'all should play Apple because of how fucking slow the contracts move. Okay, so Nvidia, Amazon, you know they can do plus 3% day, minus 3% day. Okay, the key thing is they got volatility, right? We know that, right? Okay, and then the contracts move fucking well. The volume is there. The spread is so tight. That's the reason why I play all this. Okay, right. Same for Meta. Meta also pretty good, right? Pretty good spread. Of course, today, yeah, right. And then sometimes I recently dabble with Google, but I don't like the way Google's option move. They don't really move that well. Okay. Alright. So I don't no longer do AMD anymore, but I used to do AMD a lot on the long side. Right. But I prefer NVDA. Yeah, I really prefer NVDA more than AMD. Because sometimes AMD might be like just plus 1%, but NVDA you see plus 3%. Okay, same thing for Amazon. Or minus 3%. No, minus 2%. Very normal days you see this for this especially these two tickers. Okay. Yeah. And then SPY is just like obviously the best indices to trade. Beside the Qs. Okay. Yeah. NVDA move really much better than AMD. Plus I don't chart much on AMD. My focus is obviously every day on NVDA. Yeah. Okay. So when I'm on my phone, right? This is what or I left. Okay, ignore IWM because this is a swing I took. But these 4 things is what I have on every single time. So even when I'm outside, I'm mobile trading, right? I'm looking at all this only. Right? I don't go to my core watch list. I don't want to go through all this shit. I can trade off this 3 every single day. Yeah. Sometimes I play Qs. Just sometimes only. The reason also because Qs I don't think the contracts like a bit like there's a 2-cent spread, right? Sometimes the volume is not. It's not a lot of volume. And like people don't hit the ask or something like that. I don't know, yeah, something like that. Unless it's like 0 days, like 1 day. Okay, then you see like a lot of volume, and then like there's liquidity. People are hitting the ask or something like that. But that's not the case for Qs. That is obviously the case for SPY, NVDA, and Amazon, or even Apple, right? Okay, can you go through how you trade off the 9 and 20? Because I took a EF short when we took. Okay, actually, when you want to play the 9 or the 20, right, it's just best done during a trend day. So how do you know if it's more or less a trend day? Okay, I guess everybody know how a trend day looks like, right? But for me, it's probably when it's like more or less riding the 9 up. Okay, but you don't want to be entering on the 9, right? Like this, you don't want, although I did enter the 9 here, but the best ones would still be the 20. Okay, the 20 EMA would be a good long. I think NQ did better. Yeah, so on a trend day, right, if you see that it comes down to 9, very solid trend, then you go long. Come down to 20, then you just go long. Really, to be honest. Okay, I don't really try to enter the 9, but although I did for that, because the 20 was too far out. We were approaching breakout level. Okay, so again, play by ear. Okay, but the best setup will still be entering on the 9, the 25 minute on the trend day. Okay, that's the best advice I can tell you, and that's how normally I play. Okay, can't really find a better one. Microsoft did have one. Like this, right? Good also, good long, but this is not yet a trend day. But eventually we did see like a trend day. But like this, I mean, I guess on hindsight, you could have played off the 9, right? And all these multiple flags, right? Breakout, whatever. But like on a choppy day, you think that it's dumping. Okay, we see it's flow Friday, right? You said you played on Friday. Do you play on Friday? You took a shot of the 9. And then what? Here? Around here? I don't though. I wouldn't take any trade using the EMA of such a setup like this. Okay, I wouldn't do this because this is neither a trend day, right? This is a reversal day. Okay, there's a distinct difference. Okay, it's a reversal. Dump, we reverse. Okay, a trend is really just right all the way, up down, up down, up down, up down, higher highs, higher lows. But this is just like higher highs, no higher low, higher highs, and then start to break down. Okay, so I wouldn't have taken any trade of the 9 or the 20 on this day. It might work out, like people like to play the crossover, but to me, I don't really do that. Okay, only on trend days. This is the worst, right? You think it's a trend day, but it wasn't, right? It's just a chop day. Right, so no, zero setups for this on the 5. Okay, this obviously was a good one. If you taken on the 9, it was probably good. Even if you take off the 20, it could have sold a bit well also, right? Or this also, but this really didn't really reach 20. Okay, yeah, but this type of trend days are good. Good to play the 9 and the 20. Even here, bit nice trend at the morning. It's not a trend day, established trend. But the only thing you got to look out for is the wicks, right? The wicks of 20, right? Then if it was a very good trend, then if there's like a good uptrend, okay, uptrend, then you can probably long the 20. I was looking for calls around 12. Got you so early. So you entered right off the 20. Just enter straight. It reached 20, 1 minute. If you really green candle bounce, straight away enter. Okay, of course look at 1 and 5 first, right? On the 5 you see 20 EMA is there, right? On the 1 minute you see wick or a bounce, green candle, red candle, flush down, green candle, go long, then you raise the low. Okay, it's really, to be honest, don't have to wait for so much confirmation. If you want to wait for a million confirmation, then you're never going to take a trade. Okay, it's really just probabilities, right? You never know, right? Again, correct, bro. You will never know if this is going to sell off, if this is going to rip up. Nobody knows. If I know, I will be a billionaire. It's just like we're just trading off the probabilities, right? To be honest. And then of course I would say manage your risk. Sometimes I don't manage. I do most of the time, but yeah. Sometimes, you know, then that's when your risk management comes from. Whether are you able to stomach it or not. I am, because my account is a bit more bigger now, right? So I'm not as compared to last time. Right, I'm able to take like $300 losses, or maximum 1,000, 2,000. So it comes to your risk appetite. Okay, whether you can stomach the losses. Okay, but again, if you want to properly trade, then obviously your risk is just the break below 20. Okay, the moment it breaks, quickly market sell. And if you're playing SPY, then that's the best. Okay, you playing SPY, sometimes you might even make out break even, right? Because obviously contracts are not like when there's a green candle, then you'll push up a little bit, then maybe you can get up for minimal loss. Yeah, something like that. Okay, that's the beauty about options, to be honest, as compared to futures. Yeah, at least you won't get so much of a drawdown. You know, you don't lose $500 straight from a 5-point drop, right? You lose like a $300, then you wait for the next green candle, then you sell on the next green candle. I'm sure there's always a green candle on the 1 minute. Okay, this is no this is the S&P, right? It's definitely somebody is buying or selling or whatever. Not everything is like red, right? You don't see things go down one straight line, red candles all the way. Minor pullback, spring candles. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, enter immediately when it taps. Green candle, go long. Okay, don't wait until the wick comes, then you enter. Dude, it's a bit fucking late. Yeah. Okay, that's for 20, how I normally play. Okay. Then again, right, when you see the wick on the 5 and the 20, it wick off, like very nice hammer off. Then the next candle is green. Then you'll be like, fuck, I should enter there. And then you think, I'm chasing, you know. Then you see, screws up your psychological. Screws up your brain, right? Then you're like, I should have long there, you know, now I'm chasing, I don't want to chase. And that's like what most people encounter, like myself. I mean, now I don't really have that issues anymore. Okay. Yeah. If it was a very good trend, right, I'll tell you, they will respect the 20. The first dip, and also buy the first dip to 20. Okay, buy on the first dip to 20. Okay, trend day, right the 9, right the 8/9, right? That's not normally we'll play. Okay, it comes down to 20, right? The first touch, you go long. Okay, then you see you more or less you see in my experience, you see you go higher day. No, new highs, you create new highs. Okay, so long the first touch. Doesn't have to be indices anyway. It can be for any other tickers. Okay, as long as when there's an established trend. Okay. Like this. Right. Obviously this pretty good, but you gotta sell early, you know, sell quick. Look at your context. This is also supply over here. Okay. Yeah, I saw this on this day. But I'm not a player of AMD, but this is probably a good one. Right, 20 dip VWAP. Then you just go long. Then of course we got this, but this is just riding the 9 all the way, you know. Then chop, shitty day. Nah, I no longer give a damn about head and shoulders or what cup and handle and all. All these patterns are okay. They are subjective, right? It's on who is looking at it. Of course, trend lines. Okay, then you'll see me playing the downward trend line break. Okay, yeah, on the higher time frame, yeah, all that shit. But I no longer care about head and shoulders or especially on the intraday setup, right? I don't really look at what head and shoulders or cup and handle, all that. How many times have you really played off those patterns? Especially, not really many times, right? How many times head and shoulders I see a head and shoulders? Bloody hell, it broke even higher. Right, head and shoulders supposed to be right, supposed to be bearish signal, right? But end of the day, it ripped higher, you know, so it's very subjective, right? Yeah, and it's a lot of fix. Yeah, it's a lot of fix. So the only pattern that I probably play is just your flag break, right? Your flag breaks, your bull flag or whatever. Okay, then those are more reliable, like this over here, or even this over here, like a flag. Okay, this trend line. Then yeah, more or less I'll play these types. Or even Amazon, I saw this, but I was quite a pussy to. I didn't want to take this because I was in puts. But this over here, right? I told Hugh, I was on voice with him. Told Hugh, this was a good flag break. Okay, not a downward trend line break. Okay, so more like this is the only ones that I'm taking. Okay. Higher the time frame, obviously better, but intraday, take these ones only. Okay, especially when it's bullish. Okay, take these types. Okay, bearish ones I have been seeing quite a lot of fake outs. Okay, bearish one I have been seeing a lot of fake outs. What I mean by the bearish trend line break is like maybe not here. There's a couple of bearish ones that I saw though that I really got faked out. Was it today? Nah, I can't remember where I saw. I saw this though. Remember seeing this over here. I mean, of course, it's still pretty good. Good follow through, but the support over here. Yeah. But I wouldn't play much of these types of setups, at least for now. Right, because dips are always being bought up. Okay, but in terms of now, right, everything is solid now. The only ones that you should be playing will be these types. Yeah. Then any of the patterns I don't really give a damn. When do you enter on flag? Enter before the flag. If you want to be a breakout trader, then you enter after the breakout. Like this. You enter after the breakout. You see a break, straight away run to the 1 minute. Enter on the 1. You see a red candle, quickly enter or whatever. Okay, if there's no red candle, then you gotta take a leap of faith, right? Right, something like that. Small wick. Enter on the wick. Yeah, that's the best. Like this is perfect, picture perfect. How I will enter around here. Break, I will enter here. Okay, like the Amazon one I saw. This one, 5 minutes, we saw that, right? Okay. There was no red candle. But from here, I think it pushed up to like 150 or something like that. 140. When it came down over here, it was like 120, you know. So this would have been a good one also to go long. Yeah, of course the best ones is just push up, retest, go up higher. Okay, but like I think this is pretty good also. So from here 120, I think it went up to even two freaking high, $2 something. Yeah, I saw this but I didn't take it. Yeah, because I didn't want to keep flipping calls and puts. Oh, it's very messy psychologically. Yeah. So flag breaks. Yeah, that's how you should try to play. At the open? This one? Was it there? How did I learn English? Dude, my country's main language is English. I'm not from China, bro. Yeah, Singapore's first language is English. It's first language. We call it first language. Yeah, it is. In fact, my Chinese is more shittier than English. The only time that I speak Chinese is like, okay, I mean I do speak Chinese, but I speak with my friends, some of my friends, but most of my friends, 90% of my friends all speak English. Or maybe the other times that I'm get to speak Chinese, right, is when I'm singing karaoke. Of course, when karaoke, I don't really sing English songs. I sing Chinese songs. Yeah, but yeah. So to set track a bit. Yeah, the main language for us is English. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream. Okay, then we can talk shit. Okay, so I guess like no more anything else. Okay, wait. Oh, somebody asked on Twitch. Hey, can I ask about a specific stock? Yeah, sure, bro. Please ask. What stock? Company 20. ME? What the hell is ME? Oh. Oh. This? I'm looking. Wait, what? 23 and me. ME. 23 and me. Oh. Okay. What? This is a small cap? I presume this is a small cap. Yeah. Okay, what do you want to talk about? I mean, I guess this looks bullish, right? Because of maybe on some context double bottom over here. Okay. This resistance over here. Key thing is that we are above VPOC. Okay, over here we have a flag break. Not flag, but downward trend line break. We held this support. Okay, so kind of bullish, right? So higher time frames. Oh, okay. So higher time frames we have over here. Okay, if I was playing small caps, okay. So how I was playing how I play small caps over here, resistance. Here is resistance also. Here's resistance. Obviously this week, I used to utilize something called volume VWAP Boulevard, but sorry, you got to find out what the hell what is VWAP Boulevard. Do I have my small caps? Yeah, you are lucky. Okay. Used to have this. My fuck. Sorry. VWAP Boulevard. Okay, it's just like finding the VWAP for the highest the VWAP on the what do you call that? On the highest volume day. Something like that, yeah. So this is Boulevard 1, VB1, VB2 is 376, and then the next one is $9, but obviously I don't think you should target there. That's too freaking high. Yeah. But do check out what is VWAP Boulevard. It was a very good short strategy for me. Or even like looking at the longs, right? If it's above VB, then VWAP Boulevard, then it's very bullish. That's what I learned last time. Okay, but again, like on the profile, on the daily chart, I guess when you're playing small caps, it's more or less looking at daily charts, not looking at intraday, you know. So this has room. Break this, then you'll know your next level is here, right? Break this, then you know this level is here, here, here. Okay, so small caps are just playing off the wicks. Okay, yeah. Oh, is this small caps? I don't know. Looks like small to me. Yeah. So this is what I think. Bullish. Might pull back a little bit. Right, pull back. So you're gonna see a pullback. So you're gonna see this hole, right? And you look at where this might go to. Okay. I don't know. POC. Guess maybe this worked. Right. Got all these volume nodes to fill. Yeah. This is an odd ticker. It's a famous company. Can you check daily? Yeah, I showed you the daily, right? Correct. I showed you the daily chart. This is the daily chart. Yeah, I don't. But to be honest, I don't know what's this company. Yeah, ADF used to use this a lot. He created it. Yeah, he created it. It was a very good short strategy for me. It's just, but at the end of the day, it's just playing levels, you know. Okay, any questions from this Twitch stream? I don't know who is watching. I don't even know how many people are on Twitch. But I'm going to cut the Twitch stream now. See Quairock. You can DM me on Twitter, like about this stock or whatever. right? If you just DM me, if you have like questions or whatever whatsoever. Okay, I gotta stop the stream now. Okay, see y'all. I recorded this also, so I'll post on YouTube. Okay, then bye bye Twitch. Okay, I also stop record. Okay, see you. I guess see you guys on the next one.